All right, beautiful people, what's going on? I know it's been a while. Um, I just been going through a lot of my life, a lot of transformation, a lot of things going on. There is no positive and negative to me. It's just things going on. It just is. And I'm blessed no matter what. Waking up, got breath in my lungs. I feel great. Feel better than I have in a while. Things are working out for me how they should. So, um, life is definitely going in the direction I wanted to, and I'm so thankful and I'm so blessed to be able to sit here and say that today. Um, and while it has been a while, that does not mean anything has changed. Everything is still the same, and we still rocking and rolling how it should be. Doing my recaps of the 30-day challenge that I did months ago now, um, but needless to say, I still want to be able to tell my story how it should be told. For me, by me, and just so everybody can hear it. Maybe you can relate, maybe you can't. But regardless, I'm just here to tell my story. I'm outside today because I love the sun. It's beaming down on me, a beautiful sun. Um, and I just wanted to, change up the scenery a bit. I did the last few videos inside, which is cool, but I'm an outside being and I'm a sun baby for sure. So it's nice to be outside and be able to record these videos. Um, so we're gonna start on day 16, which was October 31st, 2023. So I woke up at 5 a.m. to check Paycom, and I seen I was missing a full day's worth of pay. This was a hell of a day right here. Um, and it kind of irked me a little bit, so I just stayed up and I texted HR and the owner of the company that I was with at the time. Then I got up around 7 and I got over it because it's just money. And I also had the interview with the job that I currently had at that time, Plant, which I love that place so much. I love Plant. Shout out to them. Please show them all the support that you can. I'll tag them in this video as well. Um, and I was extremely excited about it, and I was blessed to have the opportunity. I did my morning stuff, which included yoga with the Black Yogi. Shout out to her. And meditating to the Oracle. Shout out to her as well. I was told to listen to that transmission specifically 3 times. So I planned on doing it again before I fell asleep, and then first thing in the morning, before the one that I did for that day. Then I got up and I started getting ready. I did my oil pull, and I heard no response about my concerns from my manager at HR. So I just decided I wasn't gonna go in until they figured out what the fuck was going on with my money, which I think is perfectly fair because I don't work my ass off in general for anybody or just anything and not get the get my end of it. You know what I'm saying? I can't put myself into something and then not be reciprocated in that energy. You feel me? So um, I didn't go in, but then I took a nap and I woke back up and we went to Plant and we got food. We got oatmeal, a blueberry muffin, and a burrito, which is all great. And I also did my interview, and I ended up starting the next day, which is really cool. I was excited, prepared, and I was blessed to be making that move. And I went back to the crib because my girl's individual, somebody that acquaintance, we'll call her an acquaintance. She was pulling up. We all went to Wee's the Juice, which is a smoothie place that I love as well. I got the peach smoothie, which was really good. And that was the day that I was kind of deciding that we got to stop eating out as much, not only financially, but just because uh, I'm very quick to get over something or not over, but like if I do something too much, it'll get annoying. So I just didn't want that to be the case, especially for those two places because we had just found those places and I really enjoyed them and I didn't want them to get old. Um, then we got home, and I was supposed to go to Five Below, but we ended up going to a dealership, and the dealership was being a shitbag. It was fucking Post Oak Toyota. Fuck y'all, disrespectfully. They blew wind in our ass for 2 hours, uh, just to be told, even after we were told we were accepted, just to be told we weren't accepted anymore. So that's whatever. Pish posh. Fuck cars. Anyways. um, Still a blessing anyway that we got the opportunity. But then I went to Toby Keith. Me and my girl went to Toby Keith and we did our application up there. Um, and then we went to Rev Mec to get tacos and a burrito. It was cauliflower. tacos and a burrito, which were really fucking good actually. They were excellent. Then we took my girl's acquaintance to work uh, right before, um, or we took her to work after that. Um, and we came to the conclusion that we probably don't need to eat there anymore just because of the issues with cross contamination. That's a big thing about being vegan, dude. It's hard to eat out because most places, unless they are full vegan, there's always risk of cross contamination with a non-vegan thing. So we that was probably I'm pretty sure that was the last day we ate there because we haven't been there since. Um, then we got a smoothie during happy hour from weed. We were on the smoothies bad, dog. But then we went back to home. We got changed into our costumes. Um, and then went to my girl's mom's for Halloween to help pass out candy. It was cold as fuck, but it was cool because it was a lot. It wasn't a lot of kids because it was cold as fuck, and it was the middle of the week. But it was a good amount of kids, and it was just a nice experience. You know, I never really handed out candy, besides when I was younger, so it was cool. Uh, did 100 before I laid down, and then I wrote my to-do list for the next day. And I wrote down a couple meals that I wanted to try from the places that we had tried up to that point. Try to cook at least, you know. Um, and yeah, next is November 1st, 2023. I woke up around 7-ish in the morning, but I was extremely tired, so I didn't actually do my morning stuff. I got logged on to home base, and I was supposed to do my onboarding with Kyra that day for plant, but it fell through because my Wi-Fi was literally acting like butt cheeks. I didn't have Wi-Fi at the time, so really it was my service that just was acting bad. Um, and it was basically obsolete, even my hotspot. So I just said fuck it, and we rescheduled it for the next day. Me and my girl got up. We went to Plant again to eat. We got some free power balls, a pumpkin donut, a blueberry muffin, and a breakfast burrito. All fantastic, of course. Then we waited for the Bird app to download so we could ride to Wee's to get a smoothie. We were gobbling, dog. I had a free ride, but it fucked up. We still went. I got the Crave smoothie with peanut butter, and then we scooted back and asked for port for another free ride because it got messed up and I didn't actually get to use my first free ride. Sorry if that was gross. Um, but I got some protein balls as well, and Lynn came over, my girl's acquaintance. But I knocked out, and I had a pretty interesting dream as well. And then I woke up and ate my protein balls with cheese and kitty. I let them eat some, and they liked them, which is cool. Then we got up and ordered Betty's, which is fucking fantastic. Another great restaurant, um, another great vegan restaurant specifically. That's black owned, which I love even more. It was Lynn's first time trying it. She said it was good. We got wraps and Southwest egg rolls with tater tots. Um, and we got some Ozark waters from Anki because we did not have any at home. We had no water at this time. Crazy how we was eating up. We didn't even have water at home. Fucking hilarious. Um, but then I got that shirt finally shipped off. Um, and then we took the car to Weed for happy hour. And then after that, I talked to my girl about prioritizing herself and her happiness over anything else because that's always important, even for myself. That's something that I was telling myself just as much as her, because at times we can get so mixed up and lost in the mix of caring about other people that we lose sight of ourselves and prioritizing ourselves first. Um, oh, I also made the boxes that I put the stuff that I was taking to the homeless. Any extra clothes from my thrift store that I don't want to sell, um, or whatever. I mean, there's really no rhyme or reason to it. If I feel as though that it could be used in better hands and I don't want to sell it, I put it in a box, and I take it to the homeless. Uh, and then I organize the rest the next day. I called SMBs to fill out an application and to set up an interview for the next day. I thank God for that. We got two smoothies from Weeds, and they was really good during happy hour. They were nice and thick, and they just tasted really good. Um, I had to camp in a winter with extra pea and no honey. My girl got a banana Nicole. We finished the whole loyalty card already up to that point, and if Basically, it was, I think you have to buy like 12 items to get one for free. So that should tell you something, considering we only started eating at this place a couple days prior, during this part of our lives. But we don't need to. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We was loving it. We got back and chilled and talked for a while. Then we went to this co-law gym, in like War Acres and Bethany area, and it was cool. I didn't really do any. I didn't do much work. I did some light work, but most or no, we did some light work. Um, mostly body work. I don't really use weights. I don't care to use weights in the gym. But we can't. I came back and I did some yoga for my constipation. It wasn't really constipation. I just like to do constipation yoga to help get my digestive system rolling, so I can get that shit out. Literally, because if you let that shit go, a lot of other stuff will be let go too. Um, uh, I paid for Cox to start the that night for the next day. I did my 100. I didn't do my oil pool though. Then I meditated and prayed to sleep, and I knocked out. And the last one for this video is going to be November 2nd, 2023, which would be day 18. I woke up early to use the bathroom. Was going to get back in bed, but I decided since I was up, I was going to stay up. And then I ended up having to fuck with the Wi Fi because it wasn't working and it didn't end up working. So fuck Cox. Um, then we got up and went to Weeds on the streetcar. We got a free acai bowl and a banana Nicole smoothie for our little card that we had. I came back and changed, and I went to S&B's for the interview. It wasn't an interview at all. She just told me that she would look at her schedule and see if that they had any scheduling for us. Because actually, me and my girl went together. She just said they were gonna see if they had any scheduling for us. So it wasn't really even an interview. Um, but besides that, uh, did that, and then me and my girl called Toby Keith on the way home to get an interview scheduled. We did that, and I went ahead and got my liquor license as well. I just sped through the course. It was common fucking sense. It was not hard at all. Then we went to Plano Course and got something new off the menu. It was a quinoa pesto bowl. My girl didn't like it as much. I liked it, but it definitely isn't a season to some of the other stuff. Then we got a cinnamon banana overnight oats as well that were really good. Uh, and I seen a book that I wanted to read. I can't remember the title exactly, even now, but I do want to read it at some point. Then I got back. I got the rest of the clothes sorted for the homeless that I wanted to take to them. I was trying to find an area to go to, but I ended up finding it later on in time, so it was cool. Uh, and I was trying to figure out how I was gonna go about giving them out, but I ended up just putting the boxes out there, and the homeless people just went and they grabbed it, and it was very nice. It was a nice feeling to see those people who are in need getting something that they need, especially with it being such harsh, cold temperatures at the time when I actually did it. So it was a nice experience for sure. I didn't do it this day. I did it like a couple days ago in comparison to the time now, but um, it was still nice nonetheless. Uh, then I went and paid rent. Took money off my cards because I like having cash. And then I went to Family Dollar for some cleaning supplies. I made some bleach spray because I like to make my own bleach spray. And I swept the house a bit. I wrote down the grocery list. Um, and I did my first 30 that day. We scheduled a Toby Keith interview for that Monday. Um, then we took Lynn to work and then we went to Weeds for happy hour. Um, and then we went and got some vegan enchiladas for the last time from Oso. The reason I said the last time is because we didn't know that there was non-vegan things in a vegan enchilada, even though on the menu it says vegan enchilada. So Oso can really go beat it with that crap. Um, we got a refund for it though, cause that was foul. And then I went shopping at Sprouts, which made me smile. We only spent like $70, but we got a lot of good stuff, which was cool. Then we went and got Lynn. Then we came back home, hit the gym. Did some quick work, but definitely a solid session as well. I finished my hundo for the day at the gym. Then I got home and I did my yoga and prostration and meditated to sleep. Uh, then I decided I was going to be back on doing my stuff in the morning the next day just because I wanted to start eating breakfast afterwards. Um, and then I had work for the first day at 1 p.m. That was that plan. But yeah, guys. So that was those 3 days. Next video will be starting at November 3rd, 2023. So thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate any support that you guys are giving, the likes. Um, I appreciate it all. I appreciate anybody who's staying around and watching these videos, especially with my inconsistent ass. It's just hard, bruh. This YouTube shit is hard. I truly commend people who do this shit regularly. But I appreciate it again. Much love to all. And remember, self love is the best love, man. If you love yourself, you love the world. So, peace and love to you all.